afternoon, everyone. Today we will be conducting the pre-bid conference for 3 civil works projects, 24 GE 0066, construction of 2-story, 4-classroom school building in Sabang Central School, Barangay Sabang, Sibunag, Guimaras. 24 GE 0067, construction of 2-story, 4-classroom school building in Dr. Catalino Gallego, Nava Memorial High School, Barangay Constancia, San Lorenzo, Guimaras. And 24 GE 0068, construction of 2-story, 10-classroom school building in Hordan Central School, Barangay Poblacion, Municipality of Hordan, Province of Guimaras. To start with, let us all stand for the prayer. May I introduce to you our attendees for this afternoon's private conference. We have here our Vice Back Chairperson, Engineer Francisca Malcon. And for the back members, we have Ms. Joy Duspar, Engineer Choi Villanueva, Engineer Erin Amboy, and Engineer Eladura Zulia. And for our back DPWH, we have Engineer Adrian Bon Villarreal, Ms. Gail Candice Cañete, Engineer Giovanni Sravano, Engineer Flor Angel Gagnanan, Engineer Ivy Celesta. And for our backsec member, we have Miss Ebony Galuyo and Miss Cherry Jean Yescan. And we have here a representative from Planning and Design Section, Architect Emmanuel Loma. We don't have any attendees from prospective bidders who attended this afternoon's pre-bid conference. Number 1, contract ID 24GE 0066. With contract name, construction of 2-story, 4-classroom school building in Sabang Central School, Barangay Sabang, Sibunag, Guimaras. With location at Sabang, Sibunag, Guimaras. Approved budget for the contract, 15,671,250 pesos. Source of funds, regular agency fund, general fund, new general appropriations, specific budgets of national government agencies. Contract duration 196 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents 25,000 pesos. The supplemental bulletin number 1 for 24 GE 0066. Correction, attention to all prospective bidders with the subject correction on the quantities of some of the pay items and additional pay item. The supplemental bulletin number 1 is issued to amend provisions in the bidding documents for the above stated contract as follows. Current provision of bidding documents including previous amendments. Item number 80318, the quantity is currently 61.04, and the amended provision of the bidding documents under this supplemental bulletin for the quantity of item 0318, 269.45 cubic meter. For item 8041A, quantity is 119.11 cubic meter to 127.51 cubic meter. Then item 8047, 23.86 cubic meter to 8.68 cubic meter. For item 901C, 176.16 cubic meter to 177.16 cubic meter. For item 9021A1, 8,895 kilogram to 8,996 kilogram. Then for item 9021A2, 26,430 kilogram to 26,458 kilogram. For item 10271, quantity 1,895.44 square meter to 1,813.02 square meter. And item 10321A, 1,895.44 square meter to 1,804.92 square meter. Item 10321C, 403.32 square meter to 437.89 square meter. Then item 10461A1 with quantity of 162.88 square meter to 179.58 square meter. Then item 10461A2, 478.98 square meter to 455.23 square meter. The following is the additional pay item, item number 10472 with quantity of 1 lump sum. This supplemental bulletin shall form an integral part of the said bidding documents. For the guidance and notice and information of all concerned, signed, BAC Chairperson, Macy Tabiano. Number 2, contract ID 24GE0067 with contract name construction of 2-story 4-classroom school building Dr. Catalino, Gallego, Nava, Memorial High School, Barangay Constancia, San Lorenzo, Guimaras. Location, Constancia, San Lorenzo, Guimaras, with an ABC of 15,671,250 pesos. Source of funds, regular agency fund, general fund, new general appropriations, specific budgets of national government agencies. Contract duration, 196 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos. Also, we have supplemental bulletin number 1 for 24GE0067, construction of 2-story 4-classroom school building in Dr. Catalino, Gallego, Nava, Memorial High School, Barangay Constancia, San Lorenzo, Guimaras. Attention to all prospective bidders with a subject correction on the quantities of some of the pay items and deletion and addition of pay items. This supplemental bulletin number 1 is issued to amend provisions in the bidding documents for the above stated contract as follows. The current previous of bidding documents including previous amendments. With item number 8031A with a quantity of 261.04 cubic meter with amendment provision of bidding documents under the supplemental bulletin to 270.45 cubic meter. Item 8041A with quantity of 261.04 cubic meter with amendment quantity to 225.69 cubic meter. Item 8047, 23.86 cubic meter to 8.68 cubic meter. 9001C, 176.16 cubic meter to 180.08 cubic meter. Item 9021A1, 8,895 kilogram to 9,095 kilogram. 9021A2, 26,430 kilogram to 26,458 kilogram. Item 903 to 862.75 square meter to 818.09 square meter. Item 10271 with quantity of 1,895.44 square meter to 1,848.5 square meter. Item 10321A, 1,895.44 square meter to 1,841.60 square meter. Item 10321B with quantity of 1,895.44 square meter to 62.30 square meter. Item 1032-1C, 403.32 square meter to 437.89 square meter. Item 1046-1A1, 162.88 square meter to 196.38 square meter. And item 1046-1A2, 478.98 to 455.23 square meter. The following are the additional pay items. Item number 802, quantity 1, lump sum. Item 10472, 1, lump sum. The following is deleted pay item. Item number 801, quantity 218.5 square meter, and item 8042A with quantity of 32.7 cubic meter. This supplemental bulletin shall form an integral part of the meeting documents for the guidance, notice, and information of all concerned. Signed, Macy Tabiano, BAC Chairperson. Number 3, Contract ID 24GE0068, construction of 2-story 10 classroom school building in Hordan Central School, Barangay Poblacion, Municipality of Hordan, Province of Guimaras. Location, Poblacion, Hordan, Guimaras. Approved budget for the contract, 39,800,000 pesos. Source of funds, regular agency fund, general new general appropriations, specific budgets of national government agencies. Contract duration, 240 calendar days. Cost of leading documents, 25,000 pesos. The scope of works for 24GE0066, 24GE0067, and 24GE0068. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthworks. Part D, reinforced concrete. Part A, finishing and other civil works. Part F, plumbing works. Part G, electrical works. And Part H, mechanical works. The required pickup license for 24GE0066, 24GE0067, and 24GE0068 are as follows. Size range, medium A, license category B, single largest project above 10 million up to 100 million pesos. Allowable range of contract cost up to 100 million pesos. Major categories of works for 24GE0066, 24GE0067, and 24GE0068. BICWO PLC buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of works, BICWP HCCP buildings, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. BICWP LCCP buildings, construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. BICWP HCDP buildings, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame driven piles. BICWP LCDP buildings, construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame driven piles. BICWOPHC buildings, construction without piles, high-rise concrete frame. BIL buildings, industrial plant, low-rise. BIH buildings, industrial plant, high-rise, and BIM buildings, industrial plant, medium-rise. General conditions of the contract. Notes on the general conditions of contract. The general conditions of contract in this section read in conjunction with the special conditions of contract in section 5 and other documents listed therein should be a complete document expressing all the rights and obligations of the parties. Matters governing performance of the contractor, payments under the contract, or matters affecting the risk, rights, and obligations of the parties under the contract are included in the GCC and special conditions of contract. Any complementary information which may be needed shall be introduced only through the special conditions of contract.
1. Scope of contract. 2. Sectional completion works.
3. Possession of site.
or the contractor's obligation. 5. Performance security. 6. Site investigation reports. Warranty. Liability of the contractor. Termination of other causes. Day works. Program of work. Instructions, inspections, and audits. Advance payment. Progress payments. Operating and maintenance manuals.
Special conditions of contract. Notes on the special conditions of contract. Similar to the BDs, the clauses in the sections are intended to assist the procuring entity in the providing contract-specific information in relation to corresponding clauses in the GCC found in Section 4. The special conditions of contract complement the GCC, specifying contractual requirements linked to the special circumstances of the procuring entity, the procuring entity's country, the sector, and the works procured. In preparing this section, the following aspects should be checked. A. Information that complements provisions of the GCC must be incorporated. B. Amendments and or supplements to provision of the GCC as necessitated by the circumstances of the specific purchase must also be incorporated. However, no special conditions which defeats or negates the general intent and purpose of the provisions of the GCC should be incorporated therein.
Specifications. A set of specifications and precise and clear specification is a prerequisite for bidders to respond realistically and competitively to the requirements of the procuring entity without qualifying or conditioning their bids. In the context of international competitive bidding, the specification must be drafted to permit the widest possible competition and at the same time present a clear statement of the required standard of workmanship, material, and performance of goods and services to be procured. Only if this is done will the objectives of the economy, efficiency, and fairness in procurement be realized. Responsiveness of bids be ensured and the subsequent task of bid evaluation facilitated. The specification should require that all goods and materials to be incorporated in the works be new, unused, of the most recent or current model, and incorporate all recent improvements in design and materials unless provided otherwise in a contract. Sample specifications from previous similar projects are useful in this respect. The use of metric units is mandatory. Most specifications are normally written specially by the procuring entity or its representative to suit the works at hand. There is no standard set of specifications for universal application in all sectors and all regions, but there are established principles and practices which are reflected in the PBDs. There are considered advantages in standardizing general specifications for repetitive works in recognized public sectors, such as highways, ports, railways, urban housing, irrigation, and water supply, in the same country or region where similar conditions prevail. The general specifications cover all classes of workmanship, material, and equipment commonly involved in construction, although not necessarily to be used in a particular works contract. Deletion or addenda should then adopt the general specification of that particular works. Care must be taken in drafting specifications to ensure that they are not restrictive in the specification of standards for goods, materials, and workmanship. Recognized international standards should be used as much as possible. Where other particular standards are used, whether national standards or other standards, the specification should state that goods, materials, and workmanship that meet other authoritative standards and which ensure substantially equal or higher quality than the standards mentioned will also be acceptable.
For drawings and bill of quantities, please see uploaded files on IntelJEPS and DPWH website. These are the documents comprising the bid, legal documents, IntelJEPS registration, SIP registration or DTI registration, mayor's permit, and tax clearance. For technical documents requirements, statement of ongoing contracts, statement of either single largest completed contracts, pickup license or special pickup joint venture license, bid security, organizational chart, list of contractors, major equipment, list of contractors, minimum materials, testing equipment, omnibus one statement, ITR and financial statement, any FCC computation, and valid joint venture agreement if applicable. Financial documents requirements, financial bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates including summary sheet, quarterly, monthly cash flow, and payment schedule. All documents shall be printed in A4 format, tabbed, and bounded. Please attach the bidding documents in the technical component of your bid. For the bids to be submitted electronically or online, the following procedures should be observed following DO 87-2020. Number 1, submission of electronic official receipt of purchase of the bidding documents. Confirmation of the electronically submitted official receipt. Preparation and submission of an electronic bid. Modification of an electronic bid, non-participation in the bidding, withdrawal of electronic bid, opening of the electronic bid, and number 8, filing convention in case of a joint venture bidder. Bid opening for 24GE0066, 24GE0067, and 24GE0068 shall be on April 1, 2024, Monday, 9 a.m. at second floor bidding room, DPWH Guimaras District Engineering Office, San Miguel, Jordan, Guimaras. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the BDS. Bids must be duly received by the Bank Secretariat for manual submission or at electronic_guimaras@dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission on or before April 1, 2024 at 9 a.m. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 18. So any clarifications for these 3 civil works projects? Since there are no further clarifications for these projects, this activity is adjourned.